Hello. So today we're going to be installing WordPress on the LAMP stack on AWS. If you haven't already, this guide follows, it's kind of a follow-up to the previous guide of installing a LAMP web server on Amazon Linux. So if you haven't done that already, you can view my guide here or the video itself to get that started. And installing WordPress is just a follow-up of that. So we're just going to go ahead and skip to the point of installing WordPress. So we'll go ahead and get started with that. I have my instance running already, and I have my Apache server up and running, and everything's working correctly. So in order to install WordPress, there's actually two websites, wordpress.com and wordpress.org. The difference between the two is wordpress.com is more of a managed WordPress hosting. It's even in the description up here on the tab. This is more for user-friendly people who may not have any kind of tech experience, IT experience, anything like that. There's a bunch of WordPress hosting. It really holds your hand if you're new to this stuff. Whereas WordPress.org is more for developers, where you kind of do more of the configuration yourself. You can host it yourself. This is where we're actually going to be installing the file. So go ahead and go to wordpress.org/download and then scroll to the bottom where it says download WordPress. But we're actually going to download the tar.gz file. So I'll go ahead and copy the link for that. And then we're going to navigate to the Apache root directory. So make sure that you're in the Apache root directory as previously described in the previous guides. So var, www, and HTML, and this is where we're going to install it. So just go ahead and run wget and then the link that we had copied off of the website and press enter. Once that's downloaded, we're going to get the tar file in our directory. As you can see, I still have the phpMyAdmin file, our directory, and that's from the previous guide that I mentioned. But we're going to go ahead and unzip the file that we just downloaded. And we should get the WordPress directory. So we're going to go ahead and remove the tar file. And then we're going to want to move the contents of what's in the WordPress directory here. And we want it in the Apache root directory here instead. So I'm going to run the following command to get it here. And the dot means that it's going to be the current directory, current working directory, or if you're not in this current directory, you would just type the entire pathway itself, and that will get the contents of that here. If we check the contents of WordPress, it's no longer there. So we can go ahead and remove the WordPress directory since it's no longer needed. And it's gone. Okay. So let's go ahead and log into the MySQL shell, and we're going to create a new database. First, let's log in, enter the password they had created, and we can see that we have, we can see our databases by typing show databases in all caps, and then we can create a new one, typing create database, and then whatever you want the name to be. So I'll just type WordPress block like that, and then press enter. And then we're going to create a new user. I'm just going to name mine admin, point it to localhost, and then a password we want with it, identified by, and then again a password. This could be any password, so I'm just going to type LAMP server, just demonstration, and then press enter. And we can list the user that we just created by running select .user and then enter. And we can see right here at the bottom, admin has been created. We can also verify that the WordPress, my blog has been created. Oh. And there it is. Okay, so now that that's all done, we need to grant permissions to the admin. So go ahead and grant all on WordPress blog to admin. Okay, and then flush privileges. And we're done there, so you can go ahead and exit. Next, we're going to want to rename the existing config sample file. Rename the WordPress config sample.php file to WordPress config.php. So go ahead and go sudo move WordPress config sample and then rename it to WordPress config.php. Make sure everything looks good and then press enter. After that, we're going to want to update the file that we just renamed. So go ahead and open that up. And in this file, we're going to want to scroll down to where it says all this define stuff. And we're going to enter the values that we had created earlier. So define database name would be the name that you created. And for me, it was WordPress _ blog, the username that we had created. And then password. And then press escape, right quit. And if you don't know how to enter or you don't know how to insert text, you just type I to insert. And that should be good. And then we're going to want to go ahead and restart the server. Let's go ahead and run sudo systemctl restart, and then also the database. Okay, and then once that's done, we should see that our test page has changed to a WordPress installation page. So here we can just create a site title. We'll just call it WordPress demo. Username will just say Jesse, and then some password. Going to wish this would go away. Okay, just gonna enter password just for demonstration purposes. Obviously make something more secure than that, and it's gonna let you know that it's weak, confirm the use of it, and then your email. I'm just gonna type example or WordPress at example.com. And then you can discourage search engines from indexing this site. I don't understand why you wouldn't want that, but if you're creating a WordPress, you probably want Google to index your site so that it can understand when and how to display your site on their search engine. Once that's all done, go ahead and click install WordPress, and then you log in. And there you have it. It's just that simple. If you want to view your actual website, you can go to the URL here, take away the WordPress My Admin, and it's just the base URL. And you should see, here is your WordPress demo. And then if you want to go back to the admin page, you just do /WordPress-admin, and here you have it. There's a bunch of plugins that you can install, appearance and stuff like that. But there you have it. Very easy to get going. I hope this was helpful. If you have any suggestions, do leave some comments down below. Or if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Anyways, good luck,